Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here today along with council members behind me, Councilmember Roland Barrera and Councilman Ben Molina, City Manager Peter Zanone, and I'll wait the best for last. Will be introduced shortly. So on behalf of the City of Corpus Christi, I want to thank you all for being here and taking the time. This is a very important day. We mark another step in our new era of progress. Our city staff is tasked with selecting leaders whose values are in direct alignment with our city's values and goals. That is a rigorous process. We seek individuals who are leaders in innovation, high performers, are respected for their integrity, and have the ability to make bold decisions in helping shape our city's future. We believe the best person to bring into our team has been selected for those very reasons. On behalf of the City of Corpus Christi and the City Council, I wish to extend a warm welcome to the new Chief Operating Officer for Water Utilities, Mike Murphy. Mike comes to us by way of Greenville, South Carolina, where he was the Director of Public Works for the City of Greenville. In his tenure there, Mike helped make critical decisions in maintaining the city infrastructure while accommodating for its continuous growth. I am looking forward to the leadership and the innovation that he brings with him for our Water Utilities Department. Every time we drink a glass of water, let us all be reminded of the importance of our commitment to clean, drinkable water for Corpus Christi and the entire Coastal Bend region. Corpus Christi is home to a superior rated water system. This means that we have proven that we can consistently provide quality drinking water to our customers. This rating does not happen by accident either. It is a reflection of our commitment to provide excellent service to our residents, which they deserve. And water is a fundamental human need for hydration, for food, sanitation, and human dignity. This is why your City Council and I are committed to providing superior service to our ratepayers. Moreover, Corpus Christi is also the regional water provider for 7 counties in the area. And this makes our Water Utilities Department a leader in our region, which is why we must have the best management in place. So ensuring that high functioning of our city water and wastewater infrastructure is a priority for city leadership and for our ratepayers. Efforts undertaken by our Water Utilities Department to advance the treatment of our water have a tremendous impact on ensuring our public health and economic prosperity as well. So in closing, I want to acknowledge what an important day this is for our city. Corpus Christi is ushering in a new era of transformational government, starting with your City Council and city staff leadership. We are critically poised to make extraordinary progress for our city and our residents. And as we welcome Mike today, we mark yet another milestone for our city's future. Thank you.
El día de hoy marcamos un paso más en nuestra nueva era de progreso. Nosotros tenemos la tarea de seleccionar personal calificado que logre las metas que tenemos en la ciudad, por lo que le quiero dar la bienvenida a Mike Murphy, quien será el nuevo director de operaciones de servicios de agua. Mike Murphy viene de Greenville, Carolina del Sur, donde fue director de obras públicas de la ciudad de Greenville. Esperamos su liderazgo en la innovación que trae consigo nuestro Departamento de Servicios Públicos de Agua. La ciudad sabe de la responsabilidad de traer agua potable a sus residentes. Nuestro sistema de agua ha sido designado como sistema superior en el estado de Texas. Corpus Christi provee con agua a 7 condados de la región. Proporcionar a nuestra ciudad un suministro de agua seguro e ininterrumpido es de suma importancia. Asegurar el buen funcionamiento de la infraestructura de agua y de aguas residuales de nuestra ciudad es una prioridad para el liderazgo de la ciudad y nuestros contribuyentes. Con este anuncio, la ciudad logra otra meta y con esto le queremos dar la bienvenida a Mike Murphy. Ahora los comentarios del administrador de la ciudad.
Great, thank you, Gabby. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm Peter Zanone, City Manager for the City of Corpus Christi, and we're glad that we're joined this morning by the Mayor and 2 of our council members and Mike Murphy. You know, our water and wastewater operations, that's what we're talking about this morning, is the city's single biggest business operation. The annual budget for the water wastewater operation is $215 million. And we think of police department, police or fire, right? We think police is a big operation. The water, wastewater operation is 3 times as large in terms of that annual budget. But if you go back and look at the organizational chart that existed 2 years ago when I first got here, there was not a single identifiable unit for this important operation. Instead, you saw many siloed operations like wastewater or maintenance of lines or water production. And so we're here today, as the mayor said, to usher in a new era for our water wastewater operation, which is to have it be a single unit, one that is run like a business and one that has a chief executive officer to oversee it. Mike Murphy, as Chief Operations Officer, will report directly to me, and that's somewhat of a change as well. Before, in the organizational chart, there were several steps before that person got to the city manager. So Mike Murphy will be an executive leadership team member joining my team of assistant city managers, chief executive officer, or chief financial officer, I'm sorry, chief of staff, assistant to the city manager, and our communications and legal department. So he'll be sitting with us when we do critical group meetings during the week. Several times in the week we meet as a team, and Michael Murphy will be there with us so he can hear citywide what the perspective is, and then we can hear from him also what his business is and how, as a team, we need to address a critical thing such as water and wastewater. So the key thing is we have great water operators, we have great wastewater operators, we have best-in-class water. What we want to do, though, is run it like a business, more like a business. Michael will be focused on, when you run a business, all aspects of running a good business, and probably the most important is customer care, right? Customer service, that's going to be a single biggest focus of his. 2 years ago, if somebody was calling a customer care rep for an issue with their water bill, they got staff that reported to the finance director. And I'm like, why would they be reporting to the finance director? They don't know much about the water business, right? So over the past 2 years, we've moved that unit directly under the water operations. But we know we can do more with customer care and customer service, and so that'll be a significant focus of Mr. Murphy. Running the water and wastewater like a business, all aspects of it. So who are our customers today? What is our revenue? What's our plan for today? But maybe more importantly, what's our plan for tomorrow? If we think of any great business in the country or the world, right, they're thinking of all those things all the time. And we're going to transition to doing that with Michael. Financial operations is something he'll be focused on. Updating our standard operating procedures. We have some, but making sure they're standardized. We know what they are. We have massive infrastructure and massive production every day, but making sure that the standard and we know what we're doing. He's going to review current infrastructure and current infrastructure investment plans. We have over $140 million scheduled over the next 3 years for our water and wastewater. We have 6 water treatment plants, and every one of them is either under construction with massive renovations that have last been done in the 80s or planning to be under construction with massive updates. He'll be working on a disaster preparedness plan. Some of our wastewater stations don't have any backup generator, or do not have backup generation, so if the power goes out, the treatment plant goes down. And in today's day and age, that's unacceptable. So he'll be working on that. He'll be looking at the business management side of it. You know, we have water both from West Texas and East Texas, so looking at our 2 massive reservoirs, Choke Canyon Reservoir and Lake Corpus Christi, assessing our Mary Roads pipeline, right? Great decisions from past leaders in our community, over a 100-mile pipeline bringing us water from East Texas. Looking at our very impressive, that's one of the most impressive tours I've taken in my 2 years, our water treatment plant that Gabriel and Kevin run today. One water treatment plant serves over 500,000 residents in 7 different counties. But we want to make sure we have the right investment there and that it's running at its best. And then also water security, right? Today and last week, we continued to talk about water security, seawater desalination. I told the mayor and council last week at a retreat on Saturday as we're finishing up our retreat, the face going forward for desalination at a staff level is going to be Michael Murphy and myself. But having that one point person to to focus on that is critical. We know that the council and the community wants water security, and moving forward with this project is critical. So when we look for somebody like Michael, it took us a little bit of time because you need a good blend, right? You need somebody that knows how to make water, which he does. He began his career doing that. We need somebody that has an engineering kind of sense to themselves, right? To understand that $141 million investment and Michael's at while he was in Greenville, South Carolina or North Carolina? South Carolina. While he was there for the past 16 years, he kept his engineering license in the state of Texas viable or alive, I guess. I don't know how to say it, but he kept it current. So Michael is a registered engineer in the state of Texas. And then we need somebody that understood local government and how to run a business operation to serve a community, and Michael Murphy's that as well. He has a master's in public administration. And so Michael Murphy has over 3 decades of experience in those 3 critical areas, being water, engineering, and investing in infrastructure, and then also understanding how to communicate to people as if he's running a business, which he will be. So three decades of experience in 3 different cities. This is his 4th stop in his career, and we're so glad to have been able to attract and get him here. He's a visionary, he's a strategist, he's a good coach. We know he's an engineer. He's already proven to be a strong teammate. He's a trainer and a negotiator and a great leader, and that's what we want in our city organization. We're glad that he's here. I'm going to have him speak now. And Michael, thank you for joining us.
Wow, okay. So thank you, Peter and Mayor and council members for being here and for introducing me. But again, I probably don't need to say this again, but my name is Michael Murphy. I am from Texas, and it's good to be home. I've been in South Carolina for the past 16 years, which is a lovely state, but Texas is home, and this is a great feeling. It's sort of like a warm blanket on a cold night, and the sense of family and warmness of the people of Texas. You know, you kind of lose sight of that over a while, but coming back home just feels really good. And one of the main reasons I'm here is to get back closer to my family. I grew up in Lubbock, Texas. I did spend 1 year at Texas A&I University before it became Texas A&M Kingsville. And then I went back to Lubbock, and I got my degree, both my degrees from Texas Tech University. And I'm a very proud Red Raider, and I'll throw guns up pretty much at any moment if you're not careful. But so one of the main reasons I came, not just to be closer to my family, but it was the leadership team that I recognized here in Corpus. I think Peter's vision and my vision line up perfectly, and I just really love everything that he is doing and the vision that he and mayor and council have set forth for this great city. And then getting to know my fellow executive team, it's a good fit. They're so kind to me, and they're so welcoming. And guys and ladies, I really appreciate it. A lot of times when you go into a new city, you really don't know what to expect. But it's been so nice here, and I really appreciate that, and I look forward to being a part of a really good team. So I was asked earlier, what have you noticed about Corpus since you've gotten here? And the number one thing I noticed is what a great professional team of leaders and employees that the Water Utilities Department already has. And so guys, stand up. Really, stand up. This is the leadership team for Water Utilities. And yes, and so Amber and Shelby and our Public Relations Department. So you're going to see, a lot of the same, but you're also going to see my twist on customer service and project management. And I've had the opportunity. I've been here. This is my 6th day with the city. So I just got business cards today. So I feel at home now. But you're going to see a different kind of a take on how I like to run a business. And Peter and I and the executive team have talked about this during my interview process. But the cornerstone of my tenure here is going to be customer service and communication with our citizens and with the whole coastal bend area. I think it's critically important that we maintain a high level of customer service. Like Peter was saying, you cannot run a $250 million business without strong customer service, which equals strong customer support. And that's what we're looking for. I am going to work with this team here of men and women to learn more about this system. This is a big job. I'm not just saying that because I'm standing in front of you, but like Peter was saying, this is a massive water utility that's not just for the city of Corpus, but is a regional utility which expands everything. And the way that I look at this business is our most valuable commodity, or the most valuable commodity a city has access to is its water supply. And like Mayor Wardo was saying, safe, efficient, potable water, plentiful. Let's remember that, plentiful water supply is critical to the growth, the health, and well-being of a city. And one of the things that I'm going to be addressing is the desalinization effort and moving that forward. And like I told Peter and the other executive team members, this is a project of a lifetime. This doesn't come around every day. And there are cities in Texas and all across the United States there's no telling what they would do to have a water supply with a desalinization plant like we have the opportunity to do. So I'm thrilled about the opportunity to work on that. One of my strong points and one of the reasons I was hired to do this job is because of my background in project management, getting a project developed, getting a project designed, getting a project underway, and then completing that project ahead of schedule and under budget. Those are my tenets when it comes to project development and project work, project management. And I think we've got a really good team in place, and I look forward to this next week. I've got several meetings set up already with the designer of the desalinization plant, getting to know that group of people. But in my opinion, the success of this effort is going to be good communication. And I am going to be working tirelessly with my communications team, Amber and Shelby. I'm going to be working tirelessly with you guys because I want to make sure every question is answered and the communication is thorough and very transparent. And that is my goal, and that is my commitment to the folks standing behind me. And so I'm looking forward to that. So there's a lot of work to do. I'm thrilled about being here, and this is an opportunity of a lifetime. And like I said, it feels like coming back home is a great thing, and I just can't thank Peter enough for inviting me to be a partner in the future of Corpus, and I am so excited about being here. So with that said, thank you very much. Appreciate you all showing up.
Soy tejano, pero vengo de Carolina del Sur. Estuve en Carolina del Sur por 16 años. Quise regresar a Texas para poder estar cerca de mi familia. Vengo del área de Lubbock. Mi licenciatura la obtuve en Texas Tech. Quiero agradecer a esta ciudad por haberme dado esta gran oportunidad y por la buena bienvenida. Lo que me llama mucho la atención de la ciudad es el equipo de profesionales con el que cuentan los servicios de la calidad del agua. Creo que es críticamente importante mantener un buen servicio al cliente. Quiero que este sea mi objetivo y mi meta. Uno de los valores más importantes que una ciudad cuenta es con su agua potable. Voy a tratar este tema también como el de la desalinización de agua y para poder asegurar el agua ininterrumpible para nuestra región. Espero contar con buena comunicación y trabajaré para mantener la población informada. Hay mucho trabajo que hacer, pero me da mucho gusto estar aquí y le quiero agradecer a todos por esta invitación.
Thank you, Gabby. This concludes our press conference. Myself and Shelby are available if you're interested on one-on-one interviews, but I thank you everyone for joining us today and for the introduction of Mike Murphy. Thank you.